everybody, good day. Okay, I'll be making egusi soup today. I think quite a number of tribes in Nigeria eat egusi soup. People cook it the way they like it, you know. Some recipes pass down from generation to generation. Some freelance about it. I cook it the way I like it. I'm going to be frying the egusi a bit today. I like this method of frying. I just like it, really. I don't know why. I like it. It has a bit more oil, definitely, but it's delicious as well as the other types of egusi out there. So let me run you through the ingredients very quickly. We have the melon seed, which is called egusi. I have about 800 grams. I have this is what do you call this, ugu, and it's diced, it's washed, it's cleaned, it's going at the end of it, of the after the egusi is cooked is when the ugu goes in. I have diced onions, I have pepper mix, I have what's this called, locust beans, this is pomo, so it's just like dried skin, cow skin, clean, dried, washed, resuscitated with water. This is panla fish, smoked panla. This is stockfish, which I think is also called panla, but this one is super dried, and you have to cook it. So I've just cooked it with a bit of salt just to get it softened. I mean, if you are familiar with the nature of panla, you would know that it's usually hard, so you have to sort of boil it to get it soft, but it's very delicious. We have palm oil. I have some boiled meat. This is about 300 grams of beef, boiled, seasoned and boiled. I'm going to be using it in my egusi soup. I have some crayfish here, and I have some catfish, but smoked catfish, cleaned and ready to be used in the sauce. Check out. Okay, so this is my pot, very hot pot. I love this pot. Oh my god, it does wonders for me. So I'm going to be adding my oil. Check the description box for the quantity of the items I'm using, but this is about 150 grams of palm oil. I will be frying the egusi first, so I'm just adding the palm oil to the pot. The pot is quite hot, really, so that's it. I'm adding that to the pot, and then just let it get a bit hotter, and then I will scrap the onions. Just want the pot to be a bit hot, and then I'm going to add the onions to it. So it should be seasoning, kind of like for video purposes. I don't want to waste too much time, but I still have to cook it properly. So just let this sort of soften a little bit, and then I will be adding the egusi. Now, like I mentioned, growing up, the way mom made egusi, we would use water, season the water, then add the egusi, add the onions, add the egusi, add, cook it down. When it's done, then we add all the other ingredients. I'd still cook egusi that way, but this is just one of the other methods that I make my egusi that I'm showing you today. So this is, softening nicely. Just let it sort of simmer a bit, and then I'm going to add the egusi into the hot oil. Fry it a little bit before I add the other ingredients to it. Okay, so I've had the onions in for about a minute or so. I'm going to add the egusi now. This is about 800 grams of egusi. I know people use more oil than this, really, but I don't think I can take more than this amount of oil to this egusi. What you call it? Egusi mix. So I have the melon seed in palm oil on fire, and I don't know, my pot is not really as hot as I thought it was, but we just let this fry for a couple of minutes. I'll stir it. I want it to sort of pick up a bit before I begin to stir, but I'm going to stir this constantly for about 5 minutes. Okay, so we've been stirring this. I think we probably stirred more than 5 minutes because it's quite a lot of egusi in the pot. If you look at the consistency now, it looks like scrambled eggs. Look, so compared to when we poured it in the pot and it was quite liquid, it's much drier now. And look, pretty much when you see it turn to you know, when it dries up a bit more and you see it sort of turn to like a mush, but not too liquidy mush, then you're ready to continue cooking. At this point, I will add some water and then cover it for a while. Look at that. I don't want to add too much water. Then cook it. And just keep an eye. Let me add a bit more water. That's hot water. You can, hot water just helps the process to be faster, but do use cold water. Okay, so we've been cooking our egusi. Look at that. I think I added about a cup of water to it. I don't want it to be too liquidy, so that's why. I will check if I need to add more as it cooks. I will definitely add more, but just to show you a bit more, look, you can see it's cooking down now, much better, but it's not there yet. So at this point, what I want to do is I want to add seasoning cube to it. To add some seasoning cubes, and then I'm just going to cover it. I'm going to cover it for a while. So that's it, and then I'm going to cover it for about 10 minutes or so. Whilst you're checking on it, don't just cover it and leave it. If your heat is, or your cooker is very hot, it will dry up and start burning. If it's on medium heat, it might not dry too much, but you just need to check it from time to time to see how it's cooking. Okay, so I've been boiling this for about say 7 minutes or so. And look at that, you can see. At this point, I will add the youuuu to it. That's the locust beans and the crayfish, and just stir it. Please, can I have my spoon? So I will stir in the locust beans and the crayfish. Add a bit more water and then begin to pour in my other ingredients. So I want to add the dry fish. This is the dried catfish. I'm going to add one last stockfish the smoked banla to it. Ipomo. I'm going to add ipomo now. And lastly, for now, I'm going to add the beef. So I've just boiled this and then chopped it into bits. And adding it in. I'm just going to leave it on it for a while. Melon is, I'm not going to stir this through yet. Just cover it for about 5 minutes. Okay, so I've been boiling for about 10 minutes. Put that. And we're stirring. I want to add a bit of blended parboiled bits. And then I'm just going to stir everything through. So I've stirred in all my protein and the pepper as well. That. So finally, I'm going to cover for another 10 minutes or so. I usually cook my egusi for about 30-40 minutes. So with all this stopping to add one ingredient or the other and all of that, it should make up for about 40 minutes cook time. So I will cover because I want to dry I want it to cook a bit more, and I also want the water to dry a bit even more. So that's why I'm going to cook it for another 10 minutes. And then finally I will now add my ugu. I wish you can see this egusi. Oh my god. Okay, so let's cover. Okay, so I have been cooking further. I actually cooked it for about 15 minutes, not 10. And I want to show you what it looks like now. Okay, I don't want to completely dry it off. And when you add your vegetables, you will still have some moisture coming out from the veggies. Look. So, I don't know if you can see. So at this point, I have my washed ugu diced very thinly, but I'm not going to parboil it. I just washed it with salt because I want a bit of the moisture from the ugu to be retained in the egusi soup. So, and just gonna stir. At this point, I will not cover the egusi anymore. Just gonna stir in the and then leave it on the heat. There are really many different ways of cooking egusi. I find this a bit more time consuming than some other processes. I think we'll cook another type just to show you a simpler method. My mom's method is much simpler, straight to the point than this one. But you know, there's no harm in trying other ways of cooking anyway. So this is one of the ways I cook my egusi, and you can see I don't like too much veg in it as well, but just like, you know, a balance. This is fine for me. If you want, you can add more vegetables, more ugu. Some add just adding the remaining from the plate. Some add, what do you call it? Some add, if you don't have ugu, you can definitely add any other green vegetable like spinach. Yes, you can definitely chop in spinach and add to your egusi. You can add tatashe, sorry. You can add shoko or tete, but I really love adding ugu to mine. Really, if you don't like ugu, you can add any other type of vegetable, green veg to it, just to give it color. Some leave it plain, they don't want veggies in it. Really, it's up to you. However you want to cook and eat your food, do go ahead with it. So there we go. Look at that. This is my egusi soup. This is it. If you want more moisture, you can add water, but this is just a perfect balance for me. This is how I like it. So I'm not gonna add any more water to it, and it's pretty much done. Thank you. Have a lovely one. Let me know when you try it, and I'm going to show you how I play this egusi. Now you can see there's still moisture. Some add more oil. Really, it's up to you, like I said. Bye.